Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Jade Cargill is going to be forced to walk out of WWE, a veteran has said, and talked about the reason. He feels that Triple H will give up on her. Vince Russo spoke about the star on the WrestleMania post-show review with Dr. Chris Featherstone. They talked about how Jade Cargill would not be around for long and would be forced to leave because she is still making mistakes in the ring. He pointed out some of her mistakes at WrestleMania during her match against Naomi. Jade Cargill is not going to be around for long. I am a fan of Jade Cargill. I think Jade looks like $1 million, no question about it. She looks like a star. She's not getting it in that ring. She's not getting it. And now, for as long as she's been doing this, now you're going to have people saying if she's not gotten it by now. There was one spot where, this is WrestleMania now, and she was literally waiting there for 15 minutes in the corner for Naomi. It was so bad, and if you noticed it, bro, Barrett had to cover her on color. That's how bad it was. 28-38 to 29-24. Russo went on to point out that Triple H was a wrestler, and those in charge were wrestlers as well. Their observation of Jade Cargill making such mistakes would mean that they would give up on the star. He talked about how the star was working on remembering all the spots and that meant that she was not as focused during the match itself. And there were so many spots, where she looked like a deer in the headlights. And you could tell in her mind, she's trying to remember all these spots. And when that happens, guys, you lose that emotion. You lose that emotion. These are wrestlers. Triple H is a wrestler. These are wrestlers you're talking about. When they start seeing stuff like that, bro, and you've been there just as long as she has, there's just going to come a time when someone is going to say, bro, she's not going to get it. 29-25 to 30-08. Fans will have to wait and see what's next for Cargill. In an unexpected turn of events that's shaking the foundation of WWE's women's division, former standout and current WWE superstar Jade Cargill may be on the verge of a shocking exit. While fans have been clamoring for her breakout moment since her debut, one wrestling veteran is ringing the alarm bell, warning that her days in WWE may be numbered. The reason? According to him, Triple H is reportedly ready to give up on the superstar he once hailed as a game-changer. The veteran in question, a respected voice in wrestling circles who requested anonymity for now, revealed during a podcast interview that there's increasing frustration behind the scenes concerning Jade's integration into WWE programming. They had lightning in a bottle with Jade, he said. She's got the look, the presence, and a legitimate aura that you don't see every day. But Triple H is a realist. He can't keep waiting forever for things to click. If they don't pull the trigger soon, he's going to give up, and when he does, Jade's gone. A star that never fully sparked. Cargill's arrival in WWE was met with fanfare. After an impressive run in NXT, including an undefeated streak and a historic reign as TBS champion, Jade was widely expected to be fast-tracked to the top of the WWE Women's Division. Her arrival at Fastlane 2023 sent shockwaves across the wrestling world, with fans expecting an immediate rivalry with top stars like Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, or Rhea Ripley. But the push never came. Instead, Jade's appearances were scattered, brief backstage segments, isolated tag team matches, and a solitary high-profile moment at WrestleMania where she appeared in a multi-woman tag match but never stood out the way many expected. Insiders say creative indecision, injury setbacks, and Jade's own adjustment period have played a role in her underwhelming run. There's no question Jade has star power, said one source within WWE Creative. But connecting that star power to consistent, engaging storytelling? That's been the struggle. Triple H's dilemma. As WWE's chief content officer, Triple H has earned praise for revitalizing the product since taking over creative control. From long-term storytelling to building new stars like Gunther and elevating factions like the Judgment Day, the game has proven he knows how to book talent. But Jade's case may be a rare exception. She's not a developmental project anymore, the veteran podcaster said. She's a finished product, or at least, that's what WWE thought when they signed her. If Hunter doesn't see the return on investment soon, he's going to cut his losses. That's just business. Some fans believe the blame lies with WWE's hesitancy to let Jade be Jade. In NXT, she had a larger-than-life persona, swaggering to the ring with unmatched confidence and controlling every camera shot. WWE, on the other hand, seems to have tried to mold her into a more scripted, conventional character, and in the process, dimmed the light that made her special. Locker room reactions. Backstage, the locker room is reportedly split on the situation. While some superstars are sympathetic to Jade's struggles, others feel she hasn't earned the spotlight WWE was ready to give her. "Jade walked in with a megastar presentation," said one female talent anonymously. "But this place is different. You've got to pay your dues. Some of us spent years clawing our way up. She hasn't even had a proper feud." That sentiment, while controversial, may reflect the broader tension around Cargill's push. If Triple H does indeed give up, it won't be because Jade lacks potential, it'll be because the WWE system didn't know how to use her. A return to AEW? Speculation is now swirling that Cargill may return to AEW if her WWE run ends prematurely. Tony Khan has always spoken highly of her, and AEW fans would undoubtedly welcome her back. "She had creative control there. She was a pillar," the veteran podcaster continued. "If WWE lets her walk, it would throw her right back into the spotlight." However, others argue that Jade may not need either promotion. With her modeling background, charisma, and growing fan base, some believe she could find success outside the squared circle. "She's bigger than wrestling," said a marketing executive. "WWE needs her more than she needs them, and that's the irony here." The clock is ticking. As WrestleMania season fades and the road to SummerSlam begins, Jade's position on the roster remains uncertain. She hasn't been seen in a meaningful match since her brief interaction with Damage Control, and rumors suggest she may not even appear on the upcoming Saudi Arabia Premium Live event. Fans are growing restless, and so is management. "Triple H isn't heartless," said the wrestling veteran. "He knows how much potential Jade has. But you can't book potential forever. At some point, you need results." According to backstage sources, Jade has one last chance to prove herself in the next creative cycle. If she can seize the moment, possibly with a heel turn or a shock feud with Bianca Belair, it could revitalize her trajectory. If not, the words "future endeavored" might soon follow her name in a WWE press release. A final verdict? Whether Jade Cargill stays or leaves, one thing is clear: WWE took a gamble when they signed her, and now the clock is winding down. The wrestling world is watching to see if the powerhouse star rises from the shadows, or vanishes from the spotlight altogether. "Triple H isn't giving up yet," the veteran said, ending his interview with a pause. "But he's close. And once he gives up, there's no one else in that company who'll fight for her." Only time will tell if Jade can flip the script. For now, the pressure is on. And in WWE, pressure either makes diamonds, or shatters them. Would you want Jade to stay and finally have the dream feud with Rhea or Bianca?